Our 31st Heavenly Goddess really set the bar high in 2011. She won challenge after challenge, consistently maintained a high sales average, and a steady flow of enthusiastic recruits. We watched as she cleaned house at the January meeting, winning almost every challenge put before her. She won a trip to Hollywood, a trip to New York City, $1,000, maid service for 2 years. But that's just how the company recognized her. The ultimate recognition is when you, the goddesses in Idani, took notice of her endless enthusiasm, soaring spirit, and genuine compassion. You voted her Goddess of the Year 2011. Most recently, she activated 6 team members in 1 calendar month, a company record. Currently, she is in first place for recruiting, second place for sales in 2012. And she just won cash, prizes, 2 iPads, $500 for our first quarter challenges. I would confidently call that a winning streak. Please welcome to the stage a very successful goddess indeed, the team leader of Team X-OTICA, Chrissy Shed.
Look at that. Oh, thank you. So I thought about the iPad. The other one's going to my sister and her husband for their anniversary. Because I'm the best sister, right?
That's nice.
Oh, okay, no crying and no F-bombs, so get your counter away from yourself, Amy. So I stand here very humble and blessed beyond words. And I do so because I live by something that I call the 5 Ps. So it's personality, professionalism, persistence, positivity, and passion. Where's Jamie Bluen? Yeah, I totally didn't say punctuality. So you can move on from that. So I look back on my journey to where I was and now to where I am. I am a completely different person in all aspects, mind, body, and soul. When I was in my early 20s, I was very rebellious. I was self-sabotaging. I was in and out of meaningless relationships, both friendships and partners, all in quotes. I turned to alcohol, drugs, and any form of fake love that I could find. If I didn't have to deal with reality then I was happy. But by doing so, I was abused in every form possible, both by myself and those I considered friend and lover. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. From trips to the ER and tears I hid alone in my bedroom, I crawled through those years that I now call rock bottom. I took abuse, and then I came out and I smiled. That smile was forced through a lost soul of a girl that was screaming to get out. I never thought I needed help, but found it necessary to constantly try and help those who didn't want it. And it backfired. Although I did not see it then. I was living with a friend of mine in 2006. She wanted to have a sex toy party because it was going to be fun, and we all know they are. So I thought this would be a fun night out with my new boyfriend at the time, who is now my husband, and our friends. I called the office, yes, I was an office lead, and Jamie Bluen came to our sexual rescue. I was the hostess who handed her a glass of wine before she even came into the room, which was a bar, mind you, that's where I had it. She took the glass of wine but never drank from it. Her presentation was eye-opening, her discussion on love, relationships, intertwined in an educational, fun demonstration, next to, of course, my friend's bare ass that was getting spanked, because it wouldn't be my show unless somebody was have some kind of flogging involved. I then went out with her to discuss the opportunity, and from that moment on, my life was changed. She truly is the mother to my other family. That is my upline, Team Exposed. And of course, the birth of my Team X-OTICA. As some of you know, I joined in 2006 and then left in 2007, shortly after I met and married the love of my life, the half of me that transitioned the remainder of my lost soul into the woman I am today. Without my husband, my mother, and my family, along with my Athena's family, of course, I would still be that lost, hurting child, if not worse. I joined Athena's for fun. That was it. A party or two a month for some extra cash in my pocket. I was that girl. Little did I know that the universe had a different path for me to follow. I rejoined shortly after the birth of my beautiful son, Daniel. A year after I left, I was speaking to my husband about money situations that we had. I had a baby sleeping in the back in a car seat. We're driving home, and mind you, he was working 50 hours a week. I was working about 70, teaching bartending. And he said, yeah, I should have never told you to leave Athena's. I picked up my phone, I dialed Jamie's number, and I said, hey, what do you think about me coming back to Athena's? And she said, Chrissy, don't mess with me, and of course, a few other choice words, but they have the F meter over there, so I can't say it. In a few more choice words, of course, I joined back up that night, and after the birth of my daughter in January of 2010, I was determined. I booked more parties, and that summer became my super success, which began to show in December of that same year. Some people live through the eyes of negativity. I did. Everything about me was just that. Want to know what came from it? Absolutely nothing. If you live negatively, that's what you're going to get back. If you live your life through love and positivity, that is what you're going to gain in return. The moment I changed my outlook on life is the moment I began seeing the results that I wanted. No, it did not happen in an instant, and it won't happen without work, but it will come to you. I will continue to say it. Visualize what you want, reach for it. Continue to say it, because the stars are reachable if you try. I tell you, Jamie Blewin, that I'm thankful for you probably once a week on my calls or my Facebook messages. But what you don't know is that you actually took a part in saving my life, literally. I was a ticking time bomb that you helped defuse. Since the month I joined under you in 2006, I've been clean, not a drug to go by. I don't even take Advil. I gave birth to a 10-pound 7 baby with no drugs. You can do it. I haven't needed them, and now I see clearly. It was all because of you as well that I realized that Pete, my husband, really was the one for me from the beginning. You were the first one to tell me that I would marry him. Thank you. I also want to thank others, and I can't name you all, but a few: Erica Wallenhop, Christine LaPlante, Heather Greco, Jennifer Bartizak, Nicole Vera, Sherry Lynn, Amy Lebreck, Sandy Julian. These are just a few of you that helped me get to where I am. I couldn't have done it without you. There have been so many others of you that I look up to, respect beyond belief in words, and thank you for opening that road to success for me. A huge thank you to my rock star, wonderful team X-OTICA. I love each and every one of you. And of course, to Jennifer Jolliker for defying gravity. Without you, and you hear it often, none of us would be here, and it wouldn't be possible for us. I don't know where I would be today without Athena's and you to call my friend. Thank you for your unbelievable strength to start this haven that we all call Athena's land and drink our pro Kool-Aid, and we're all, woo, $1,000 party. Anyone that truly wants to be successful, I say this: success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful. Devote yourself to an idea. Go make it happen. Struggle on it. Overcome those fears. Smile, and don't forget that this is your dream. Dreams are just that, a subconscious thought and wish unless you act upon them. It was my dream to be a stay-at-home, successful mom, because I can't just stay at home, as well as help my husband on buying our home. With Athena's and all the work I put in, because it does take devotion and work, and I'll keep saying it, I did just that and so much more in less than a year, while being able to also build my DJing business to be just as successful at the same time with my friend and co-owner and now my team girl, Jen Lagore. My home was built in September of 2011. You all gave me the honor of Goddess of the Year, and you do not know what that means to me. I could ask for nothing more besides not to wake up from this dream that I now call life. I started with my speech with my 5 Ps, and I want to close it with the 3 Cs. Thank you, Angel. You know, I was a toddler teacher for 10 years, so that alphabet thing naturally comes to me. So thank you, Angel, for this. The 3 C's of life: choices, chances, and changes. You must make a choice to take a chance or your life will never change. I chose to take that chance, and I changed what I needed to change. Now, though, there is no change needed. I love my life. I love everything about it, and I made this happen. I definitely had help, and I thank you all for that. Everything happens for a reason. Live it, love it, and learn from it. Make your smile change the world, but do not ever let your world change your smile. Thank you so very much.
Woo! Wow.